Imagine trauma dumping and sharing personal information about your child and your husband's cancer battle to audition for Survivor wearing the MLM's merch. Couldn't be me. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a certified personal trainer and a fitness nutrition specialist, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm calling out all of the shenanigans, all of the manipulation tactics, and hopefully pissing some people that are trying to scam you on the internet at the same time. Brings me a lot of joy. Anyways, today I want to give some serious content warnings. We are talking about cancer and a battle with cancer. We are talking trauma dumping. We are talking self-harm, because that is what is brought up today. I just can't imagine sharing all of this to get on Survivor. But that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're going to react to. And this is Summer that we're to watch her audition tape that she posted publicly. Summer's married to Mike. Mike is battling stage 4 cancer, prostate cancer. Yeah, it's going to be everything that you probably are thinking it's going to be. So just brace yourselves. And if this is too heavy of a topic to watch right now, I totally get it. Please take care of yourselves. But I think it's important to talk about this because I don't need to tell you why. You guys get it. I'm not looking forward to this, and I can't believe she put a video like this out, but we're going to talk about it even though it's very uncomfortable.
My name is Summer Morenz, and I am really excited to send in this audition tape. I wanted to
Notice how she's already wearing the Optavia merch in this.
give you a little bit about me. I am about to turn 49 in July, and I figured what a great way to go out of my 40s than applying for Survivor. I'm a huge fan of the show. I've been watching for a long time, and actually this is my first time applying for it, but I wanted to give you a little bit about my backstory. I personally have lost 85 pounds. I have tried everything to get healthy, and I'm really passionate about health.
The only reason she's passionate about health, as Optavia calls it, is because she makes a commission off of recruiting and high pressure sales to get people that eat Optavia's fuelings, that are on the 5-in-1 plan and taking in 800 to 1,000 calories a day. And when they have results, because if you're eating that few calories, of course, you're going to lose weight, and then turning them into coaches so that she can monetize, in my opinion, she can monetize people's stories so that she can make money. God, I cannot stand Optavia. I cannot stand them.
But in this last 3 years, almost 3 years, my husband was diagnosed with cancer. He has stage 4 prostate cancer, and it really challenged me to level up my health.
Listen, I know people that are battling cancer, that is a very personal journey, and there's no one size fits all solution. Maybe that looks like a lot of natural things for managing symptoms or attempting to manage symptoms, and along with what we know to be the most evidence-based treatment for cancer that we have: chemotherapy, radiation, things of that nature. However, there are many of you that have shared with me that Summer and Mike attempted to treat his, I don't know what stage it was when he was first diagnosed, but they did not want to do chemotherapy or radiation and attempted to treat it naturally. And I have noticed since I have covered Summer and Mike that they typically leave that part out of the story. That really bothers me. Fine, if that's what you want to do. But if you're going to ask people to contribute, because now you're paying out of pocket after he was diagnosed as stage 4 because of the metastasizing of the cancer, you're going to ask people to donate and email and do all of this stuff so that your treatment will be covered because you're paying out of pocket, while you have paraded yourselves around like you make all of this money. I just think all of it is really disgusting. I just think it's all really gross. It really bothers me. If that's what you want to do in regards to your cancer treatment, that's your decision. But these are public figures. This all seems far too familiar, and I don't like it. And now she's using it to try and get on Survivor while her husband is battling stage 4 cancer. Make it make sense.
But also just to find myself. When we first found out, it was like that easy cancer, the one that everybody's like, oh, prostate cancer, it's not that big of a deal. And
from what I understand, prostate cancer is the most treatable form of cancer. I'm going to look it up really quickly. When it's caught early and, okay. Anyways, let's look this up. Okay, this is according to Johns Hopkins Medicine. In general, the earlier prostate cancer is caught, the more likely it is for a man to get successful treatment and remain disease-free. The overall prognosis for prostate cancer is among the best of all cancers. It's important to keep in mind that survival rates and likelihood of recurrence are based on averages and won't necessarily reflect any individual patient outcome. The prognosis for prostate cancer depends on many factors. Your doctor will offer insight and advice based on your specific disease. Now, I know some of you are much more qualified to speak on that generally than I am, but it just really bothers me that allegedly they opted to have this treated naturally, and now it's metastasized, and that part is left out of the story. That just really bothers me.
Ends up about a year into the journey, his cancer spread throughout his body. But before that, let me backtrack. We found out he had cancer 3 months after my husband had cancer. We found out that our youngest son, we have 3 boys, that our youngest son was suicidal and cutting. And it really challenged us to be there for him in the midst of a very trying season for ourselves.
Why is any of this necessary? Why is this being shared? Did your son give you permission to share this publicly? How do they feel about that? Maybe he did. I don't know. But this seems very much like a trauma dump in order to get on a show. And maybe this is just how I'm feeling about it. But it really bothers me that this is being shared in order to get on a TV show while her husband is battling stage 4 cancer. I'm going to say this a whole lot. It really bothers me. This, along with her being a part of Optavia, a multi-level marketing company that uses high pressure sales and teaches people to eat very few calories, and the pressure and the manipulation and the undue influence that we see, all of this really bothers me.
And then 3 months after that, I found out my father had Parkinson's. So this last couple years, almost 3 years, has been crazy to say the least. And a year and a half into my husband's cancer journey, we found out that his cancer spread rapidly through his body. From his prostate to his bones and his lymph nodes. And the treatments that we had been seeing, we've had to pay all out of pocket for. We sold our home, sold the cars, and had to do a lot.
I don't want to lack empathy in this situation, but I do also want to point out that these are people that were in the top ranks of Optavia, making a significant amount of money off of their team. And that part is being left out here. And now, we had to pay out of pocket. We had to sell our house and we had to do these things. But if you go back on their social media platforms, you can see, and I don't want to say bragging, but I don't know what other word to say here when it comes to things that they have purchased and been able to do essentially off of having a team in a multi-level marketing company called Optavia. I just think it's important to tell the entire story. She's wearing merch in this. She's trauma dumping. And I'm not saying that I don't want Mike to beat cancer. I'm not saying that I don't want her son to battle his mental health and get into a healthy and safe place for him. I'm not saying any of that. But if you're using this to get on a TV show, you're wearing the merch, it bothers me. This really bothers me. I don't know how else to say it.
To get the care that he needed. And in this journey of cancer and all the things we've been navigating, what I found is myself. I found out my strength. I used to apologize for my tears, and I'd apologize for being too much because I am a very strong woman. And now I found the power of my tears, found the power of my voice. And I want to go on Survivor because I want to help people find who they are.
You guys let me know in the comments. Do you think that she's just trying to go on Survivor? Maybe she does like the show. Cool. But do you think that this is a reach to get more followers? or to get in front of more people, because you can't tell me that she's not going to use that to try and rope people into Optavia, which that bothers me. That's the theme of today's video. That bothers me because you guys already know how I feel about Optavia. And if you happen to be new here, check the playlist that's linked below. I'll have all of the Optavia videos linked below in one playlist. It's horrific, the things that people have been through in this company.
In the midst of hard times, we can either cower to those hard times or we can rise above them. And I choose to rise. And I want to really help others find that they can rise too. That life happens to all of us. We all go through hard seasons, but those seasons don't have to define you. And you can go through that fire and come out of it not smelling like smoke, but actually being refined in the process. My goal is to go on this show, to win it, but also to do it in a way that shows integrity, loving people, supporting people. I love strategy. I love so much about this show. I love how you guys just bring so many personalities together and you really champion the people on the show to find themselves.
One of the things that I find ironic about what she just said is, how are you going to act like you have integrity when you're part of a multi-level marketing company? And the reason I'm saying that is because we know that the majority of people don't make any money. According to the FTC, we know that Optavia has an income disclosure statement that I will also link below that shows you what people have made, or dare I say not made, and that comes directly from the company. Integrity. Right.
To the show, but I also feel like I can lend to people watching the show. So, wow, that was a lot. And if you're still watching this audition video, then maybe you'll just connect with me and go, this girl needs to be on the show. Because I am what you see is what you get. I don't mince words. Even I asked my son, would you be okay if I shared your story?
At least she asked him. I may have paused it too soon, but at least she asked him.
And he has let me share it boldly because he's like, if I can help one person that deals with this, then that's what it's all about. That's why I went through it, Mom. And
okay, but here's the thing. She's sharing this to get on a TV show. I can't be the only one that this bothers, right?
My boys are amazing men. They're 23, 21, and 18. And my youngest, the 18-year-old, was one that really contended with his mindset. Said himself, he's like, how come I have a great family, but I feel so poorly about myself? And
contended is a word that they use. And I can't remember the whole story, but I think there was a distributor in the company that passed away from, I believe, cancer. And that was where this contending word came about. The way that they use it, not the word itself, but the way that they use it. When you're in a multi-level marketing company, there are specific words that people will parrot that become a clue for people like me that are part of the anti-MLM movement to help identify what company they're a part of. For Optavia, that's things like contend, being on program, being in fat burn. They have sayings that many of you have shared with me that they will use to influence people to get back on the 5-in-1 plan, which consists of 5 of their processed fuelings and 1 lean and green meal that consists of lean protein and green vegetables. They will villainize things like a stick of gum and they'll consider that a snack. I wish I were joking. As a fitness nutrition specialist, I wish I were joking. I am not. It is disgusting. So pay attention to some of the words. It's really interesting because seeing this crossover on this audition tape and how Optavia coded this is, and I'm not even referring to the merch that she's wearing, just some of the language is really interesting to me because that feels like she's using that to, I don't want to say become famous, but definitely gain some notoriety from being on a TV show. That's what it feels like to me. Because why would you wear the merch? Why would you use this language? I don't know.
I see that happen so much, and I want to really help people see that though life can be hard, you don't have to live in it. We can make it through it. So going into this 50th, well, my 49th year, I want to be that lady that just inspires others to move forward. And I want to win this show with integrity and just loving people through. So that's me. And if you're watching this, hopefully we'll get to meet someday. Have a great day. Bye.
So you guys let me know what you think. Does this seem like something that she's doing? You know, trauma dumping to try and get on a TV show to expand her reach on social media? Maybe. Is she being genuine here? Perhaps. But the Optavia language and how Optavia coded, I feel like this video is Just like I've said multiple times, it really bothers me because I know what Optavia does. I know how people leave that company and the damage that is done to their relationship with food, trusting themselves, the fear of carbs, all kinds of stuff just like that, because I have clients that I work with all the time when it comes to food and fueling your body. So anyways, that's today's video. I wanted to share this with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I do not suggest anybody join Optavia or buy their fuelings or participate in anything that company has going on, although it looks like their numbers, their revenue and such is dropping. And you know what? I love that for them. Absolutely vile. If you love today's video, if you would do me a favor and like and subscribe, you could turn the little bell notification on if you would like to get notified anytime I upload anything. And guys, don't fall for this stuff. Don't fall for these companies. That's all I've got. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.